Hey everybody, my name is Wyatt and I'm Ferda Tunes, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my concert overview series where I go over my personal experience seeing a very specific artist live, going over every detail I can remember to hopefully give people an insight on what they might be able to expect seeing this artist. Now, in saying all that, this is going to be a much more story time type of video, which I don't normally do, rather than my typical concert overview. If you want to see what I kind of typically do with this series, you can check out the playlist right there. I've done quite a few artists already and a lot more to come. And there's a reason I'm just going to kind of tell this story, because there was quite a lot of things that just affected this whole night for me and my girlfriend. So let's start from the beginning. We planned this months in advance. When Animal Collective announced their most recent tour, I think it was only like 8 dates or so, and they were all in the US. We wanted to go to Boston, but they sold out like that. So Nashville was the next one. We just kind of planned a whole little vacation, a whole trip around this concert. We saw what else there kind of was to do around Nashville, so we just kind of planned a whole weekend around it. And then we missed our flight. Luckily, we got put on the next one, but we were supposed to arrive at about noon, and we ended up arriving at about like 6 o'clock, and the show was at 8 o'clock. All was good. We still made pretty much perfect timing, but we had been awake since 4 in the morning, and lots of stress at the airport trying to not miss our flight, and then just lots of waiting. And I hate the airport, just painfully long waiting, and I didn't get a lick of sleep on the flight, all that. So we just kind of arrived, got to our Airbnb, got settled as much as we can, and then went to the concert. And we made it just in time. We caught the last half of the opening act set, Lorraine, I believe you say, and it was wildly impressive. I'm definitely going to be checking out her music, because just the experimentation on stage, the creativity, the instruments, the band, the compositions, everything was just, had me thinking just, wow, this girl is fucking fantastic. We made some friends in the crowd pretty quickly. The employees at the venue were very nice and like overly generous. We soon realized pretty much everyone in Nashville is. And the venue itself, I believe it was called Marathon Music Works in Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, it was like perfect. Just so insanely spacious. The vibe was just lovely. On to the main event. Animal Collective. They came out, they even set up their own equipment. I didn't realize it was them until AV Tear just kind of like looked up and gave us a little wave once people started cheering, and I was like, I fangirled, bro, I can't even lie. And then they opened up with Dragon Slayer, the intro off of their new album, Time Skiffs, and the room was instantly just filled with magic. It was very quickly easy to see how tight they are as a collective. And the longer they went on, the more blown away I was with just how tight their flow and transitions were. It deadass sounded like they were communicating telepathically. They'd all just suddenly transform one another's sound and transition into another song, or they'd just be free jamming for like 10-20 minutes at a time, and again, they were all so in tune with each other. Tempos would change fairly abruptly, and every single one of them would follow suit without missing a beat or a key. It felt as free-flowing as a jam band like Grateful Dead per se in their live sessions, but it all felt so meticulously timed and crafted and practiced, and of course executed perfectly. Alongside the fact that each of them sounded fucking incredible, it was just insane how entertaining it was just watching them and hearing it all come together. They had a projector that played visuals across the whole stage, coating every member in light, except for Geologist, who was a bit off to the side. The visuals ranged from very cartoony, cute loops to full-blown abstract color collages with patterns and geometry. It was just beautiful. But after a few songs and watching them all just kind of have this projector just shined over them and the shadows casting in the back, it was a really cool visual play on a live stage. But after a few songs, I thought, damn, that's gotta be hard on the eyes. Like, y'all know how it is having a projector. You know, y'all remember back in elementary school doing the presentations? That shit would just be blinding. And then I quickly realized, their eyes were closed. Again, Geologist was off to the side with the big light on his head, but all three of the other members were just playing with their eyes closed. I couldn't fucking believe that. I just stood in awe watching them. Like, what the? Like, even Panda Bear on drums. Like, how the fuck do you do that? Deacon was also, we were fairly close. Deacon was like right there, and I swear he didn't open his eyes once, except when they took a little break, say, yo, how y'all doing? Yo, it's good to be out here, you know, all that. But he looked possessed, like he was just completely in another world, like just playing, rocking his shit. And again, I think this just goes to show how much they must rehearse and practice and just play as a band. I can't tell y'all how amazing it was to see the intricacies just kind of play out all into one big show. It was awesome. They didn't even need the visuals, really. Just, oh god. Now, let's get more into the set list. Going into the show, I kind of prepared myself with zero expectations. I just expected to hear a lot of the newer material, and I love the new album, so I wouldn't be mad at that at all. But I had read somewhere that their set list ranges from kind of whatever, and they have a huge discography, so can't blame them for switching it up. If y'all know Merryweather is, you know, I know that's the one, but Jesus Christ, that album just blows me away still. I actually made a video on my personal experiences and psychedelic experiences with that album if y'all want to check it out right there. But I didn't anticipate to hear anything off of this album, or albums like Song Tongs even. I just didn't want to be let down or anything, but that also brought a whole new level of, oh my fucking god, I can't believe they're actually playing this song. And to be real, they could have just freestyle jammed their way through the entire set with no songs really being recognizable, and I still would have been happy. But yeah, quite soon into their set, they did In the Flowers, and when I tell you, I felt the energy just course through every vein in my body. I cannot describe how amazing it was and how, like, just peak life it felt. I do have to say though, I kind of knew that where we were standing in the concert, that the audio through my videos wouldn't really come through. There was a big chunk of speakers hanging directly above us, and just hearing how much sound was being pumped through them, I knew that these videos wouldn't come out amazing. I did my best, and also my phone was at a low percentage, so I wasn't focused on taking videos too much, because, you know, we needed to get home and we were in a foreign city to us. So just keep in mind that the sound on these videos does not do a lick of justice for how impeccable these songs came through in a live setting. If I could just leave my body. So unfortunately, after In the Flowers, they did about another 30 minutes of like jamming and mixing in a couple of the newer songs. And then my girlfriend tells me she was feeling extremely nauseous. And I think just the day that we had, jet lag and everything just caught up with us. My legs were killing me. I was trying to still like just be in the moment and go crazy, but I could not ignore. My legs were dust. So I think the whole day we had just took a much bigger toll on our bodies than we both expected, and she got it a lot worse. She offered to go back to our place on her ones, and I'll come back later, but I just couldn't allow that to happen. I am very caring and protective of my love. I would not want to split up, especially in those moments. That was not an option. So we managed to call an Uber and head home, but while we were waiting and kind of deciding, like, are you sure, like, you know, maybe we can wait it out a bit, but they performed No More Running. And I was like, what the fuck? So we were kind of at the back at this point, just kind of chilling, but still had a great view, and I was just bubbling with mystification of just, God, I love that fucking song so much. And again, another song off of Merriweather, one I didn't expect to hear any from. So we just kind of like stayed back and, you know, watched that a bit. It was super nice. And then again, while we were waiting for our Uber outside the venue at this point, literally outside, I hear them start performing Strung with Everything, my favorite off the new album. I said, babe, are you cool if I just run back in real quick? She said, go, please go and enjoy this last song. She felt so bad, like, taking me away from the concert, even though I felt like shit too. But what can you do, especially when you're nauseous and jet lag and all that shit? It was just, yeah, amongst other things. And anyways, I quite literally sprinted back through the venue just to catch this last song, Strung with Everything, because the climax of that song, if y'all know, oh my lord. It was the highlight for me, honestly. In the Flowers was unreal mind blow, but this was something else. I'll put the video I got for that song at the very end of this video if y'all want to stick around and stay for that amazingness. Again, it doesn't come close, especially that song, to doing justice for how unreal it sounded, but you'll get the idea through the video. The climax for that song is just so glorious and just, I don't even know the words to describe on record, but in a live setting, I needed to hear how it translated. And Jesus Christ, they pulled it off. Panda Bear on the drums is my favorite part about that song. He crushed it. The synths and everything near the end came through crystal clear. And of course, A.V. Tear just screaming. Impeccable performance from all of them. Let's say tonight, you and me. The sky falling good. It was seriously unbelievable throughout the whole show how much sound was being pumped through these speakers and how amazing it all sounded. Nothing really sounded cluttered or anything. The room was just full of these free-flowing Odyssey, you know, abstract instrumentation as they do so well. And they put on a performance I don't know if I'll ever forget. I am leaping and jumping at the chance to see them again soon if I can. If they come anywhere near Ontario, anywhere, bruh, I'm traveling for it. It was so worth it. Really, so much better than I ever imagined and could have ever anticipated, really. I'm sure they performed Prester John after I left, and that is the one thing I really wish, you know, what can you do? Things happen, but damn, I just love that song so much. But still, I felt lucky to even be there for the hour that I was. Have y'all seen Animal Collective live? If so, please, I beg you, tell me your experiences as detailed as you want in the comments below. Tell me what songs they performed that surprised you. I really wish to hear some stuff off of Strawberry Jam. I said if there's anything, I'm gonna hear some stuff off of that I recognize. But still, just the jam sessions alone were just so worth it. It was unbelievable. Thank you so much for watching. Again, sorry I couldn't just go as in detail as I possibly could, but I just felt I didn't see, you know, the grand finale, so I couldn't really do a full-blown diving in, or, I mean, concert overview of, like, what you can expect to see. Again, you know, I just missed the last bit. It is what it is. Hopefully, I will get to see them again sometime semi-soon and do a much bigger, better follow-up to this video. In the meantime, again, check out that video I did on Merriweather Post Pavilion. I was very happy with that one. And I definitely plan on doing a big video for their discography at some point. Much love, y'all. Please join the Discord if you want to talk to some super cool people with a lot of really good music tastes. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, all that good stuff. Subscribe to stay tuned, got a lot more coming. Let me know if y'all want to see more of these videos. I really do love doing them. I dropped the Drain Gang concert just a few days ago, and that was a wild ride. Doing way better than any of my other concert overview videos too, so check out those other ones. I'm always proud and happy with those ones I put out. I think they're great. Y'all let me know what you think. And bye-bye. Much love. Sky falling new. Just for a moment, imagine staying, holding the trees from falling down.
falling to pieces. For a moment, imagine holding the trees from falling down. You know I would not be afraid. You're against my